This episode is brought to you by Greenlight. Get this. Adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't. From swimming lessons to piano classes, us parents invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids financial literacy skills like earning, saving, and investing. And this investment costs less than that after-school treat. Start prioritizing their financial education and future today with a risk-free trial at greenlight.com/Spotify. Greenlight.com/Spotify.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say, Welcome to Eejits of the World! With you,
Glenn Wool, and you,
Andrew Maxwell. And what a cornucopia of clowns we have for you this week. We have the Eejits of
Mayoral Self-Love.
We have the Eejits of Space Gold.
And we have the Eejits of Tortoise Parenthood.
Have you got a story for me, Mr. Glenn?
I do. It's in, we will go all the way to North Dakota for this one. Have you ever heard of the town Minot?
Oh, you mean the 4th largest town in North Dakota?
What else could I be talking about, Andrew?
Population 55,000?
Yeah. Probably 49,999 now, because Tom Ross, the former mayor, has had to resign.
Ah, what? Not Big Tom?
Yeah, Big Tom's gone. Big Tom. He tossed it all away.
Well, what happened to him?
He was talking
because I saw him speak at Mayorfest. He was a big hit with the crowd.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I mean, I was in the alderman pit. You know what I mean? So I was right at the front. I was with the
special wristband.
Yeah, I was at the front with like at least 40,000 aldermen.
Yeah. Well, he's now going to be speaking at former Mayorfest. It's a smaller gathering. Yeah, he was speaking to an attorney in an official capacity over the death of, I think, a police officer.
Okay,
it was a very serious
a serious conversation.
Yeah, and then inadvertently, right after that, on his lunch break, he sent the same attorney a video of himself furiously masturbating. And,
I assume he didn't mean to.
No, he did not. No, his girlfriend's name apparently starts with C, as did, I think it was for community attorney.
City attorney. Weirdly, his girlfriend is called City Attorney.
Yeah, her name is also City Attorney. It's Spanish.
Yeah. It's not how it's pronounced.
No.
It's Ciudad Attorney.
Yeah. If you take the umlauts out, it looks exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of tildes and umlauts, and it makes it's a pleasant sound. But he immediately realized his mistake and was like, "Please don't open that." And
what, to the city attorney?
Yes.
Please, city attorney.
But the genie was already out of the bottle, Andrew.
Oh. Is that code for something? Or?
Well, you take it any way you like, but
the city attorney
and the short of it is, first of all, did not enjoy, like at that point, you just got to kind of front it like, hey, you like what you see?
Huh? Think we should have hot dogs at the parade this year?
Have I lost a vote or gained one?
If I was to come to your part of town to press the flesh, could I count on your vote?
Sometimes you can't find a hand to shake, so you have to shake your own hand.
Yes. They said he was an excellent realtor. What they call a real tail politician. You know, one of those guys who's really good at a bit of grip and grin. Poor bastard. So he's...
yeah, that's what I would have done. Just fronted, no, that's something we mayors do when we're trying to practice handshaking.
Practice handshake. You gotta remember, I'm gonna go to the North Dakota Loggers Convention.
Yeah, you don't want to go in dry.
You want to make sure you get a good grip.
You've been warmed up, ready to go.
Okay.
A little bit of stick 'em on your paw.
Oh. Mr. Glenn, that is not how Tom Ross, former mayor, would behave.
What? He's got to do something. He's in trouble. Because and this is what I say. This is why I brought the story to the table, because I'm Team Tom,
as opposed to
the shitty attorney. Yeah, that's what I call you. That got him fired. Don't look.
He'd been sending this video not to the attorney. He'd been sending it to his beloved.
Yeah.
As an
happy anniversary. Remember the night we met? I was back of that cinema.
It's our 4th year anniversary, which I believe is jizz. This is great. Do you know, this is genuinely true. We're coming up this week. It's 10th wedding anniversary between me and the missus, which is 10, by the way.
No.
10. Yeah, 10 is what you get for 10 years service at the front. 10.
So what did you get her a can of?
I did actually get. I got her a repurposed piece of tin in the shape of a love heart. Anyway, this is the love that is long-term marriage, right? Me and me missus totally, both of us completely forgot it was our big wedding anniversary coming up, and we only realised that we were 10 years married this week when last week we were trying to work out how old the dog was. And it was like we're counting it back on, and then we got the dog and went, oh fuck, we're married 10 years.
You have a dog the exact same age as your marriage?
The dog was a wedding present.
That's a mistake.
Why?
Because eventually you'll have to put that dog down.
It's called a marriage, Glenn. Oh Lord! Yeah, so it's a big Tom Ross has made the global news because
but I think the city attorney should make the global news because it's obviously a mistake. If Tom Ross had been sending that out to everybody, and you know how many other times is it? It's my anniversary.
Also, what about Tom Ross's lady love? Why isn't she in the picture? You know what I mean? She's clearly into Tom Ross furiously wanking at her on a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah? Where's her responsibility in all this? Egging Tom on? Does he have to wear his mayoral chain when it's happening? Is he smoking a cigar in a top hat?
I'm just getting ready to call Batman.
And the special telephone. City attorney, if I'm on the red phone, you leave the room. Oh, it's so mortifying.
Yeah, God. I feel bad for him, but now he's like known as the worldwide wanking mayor. And
the worldwide wanking mayor. The WWM.
Yeah, it was a terrible wrestling character from the 80s.
Nobody want to be in a tag team with him.
Oh, no. He used to tag his own team. Constantly getting himself into the ring, slapping his flaccid penis. I'm in. What a finishing move.
Here we go.
Yeah, they had to have him be one of the bad wrestlers because they never wanted him to be able to complete his finishing move.
Yeah, I think it's
right from the top rope. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's a more old school British wrestling rather than WWF. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome ring the Mucky Mayor himself? It's the Mucky Mayor
With that little mare hat.
the tri-cornered hat. It's the Lord Mayor of Lumps. Lord Mayor loves it.
Dick Snottington.
Dick Snottington. Dick Wankington. Dick Wankington, the mayor of Wanktown. I'm going to make me fortune in the big city. One wank at a time. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think the city attorney is the eejit in this, and could have cut Tom a little slack.
Oh, it's deeply unprofessional.
Oh, I know, but yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious he didn't want that to happen.
But he also could have just not had a wank on camera. Like he could have not done that.
Like I don't know who enjoys. I what. Like unless it's a shame thing, like unless his partner likes to see him embarrassed, or I just can't see a man masturbating as a like ooh
hello, somebody's about to fall over. Ooh, somebody's about to hit the snooze button on their life. Yeah.
Another a little nightcap of a lonely night.
You're the whole world of the culture of the sending of the dick pic. Very peculiar. But, and if you really, really want to impress a woman, how about doing an oil painting of your dick? Just you've put no effort in there. You've got hard.
I would believe you if it was a particularly large one.
It could, if it was set in a Grecian scene. You know what I mean? It was set in the classical scene.
No, I don't think anybody would be honest if they painted their own penis. They would always be like, is that how big you think? Yeah.
It's actually in the foreground. I didn't paint it big. It's just really it's right at the front of the painting.
Taking down a bull in a bullfighting ring.
Okay, I have depicted my penis as a matador. With the shoes. Andale, andale. Dandalan, 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 dandalan.
You're telling me the Battle of Waterloo was won by your penis? Well, look at the painting.
It's actually, if you look closely, it's actually the Battle of Wanky Lou. See closely.
Fire! one of those sea paintings. Yeah. When Nelson's boats. Some cannons right at the end of your knob. I don't think you painted that old picture. I think you bought an old picture, painted your dick into it.
As you'll see, there's the Royal Navy are about to fire off a broadside.
Can I have a look at the broad?
Oh dear. Yeah, but you know what I mean? I mean, it seems to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
No, we're too old.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd rather just doodle my penis and then post it to ladies. Yeah? That's nice, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can open it up, looks like it's a bill. They're like, oh shit, I thought we paid the water bill this month. Ta-da! It's my dick. Turns out you're all right for the next quarter with your water supplier. But I have sent you a watercolor of my penis.
Yeah. Yeah. I just avoid it all because again, I never know. I know if I ever took one, that would be why I lost my job because I don't know why. I don't know. I just have no backing of it. It came into fashion long after I would be dumb enough to get into something like that.
the last of the Mohicans, the last ever dick picker.
Not dick picker. Everybody
else
has sent one, and I've never. No,
I've never sent one.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, there's a cutoff age where, yeah, anybody below maybe 45 has probably sent a dick pic of some.
I've etched it onto a wall. Like, I've done etchings of my penis.
Yeah, but that's not unless you etched your whole self into that.
Oh no, I think everybody knows whose cock it is. I did sign underneath. Like.
Banksy.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I wonder what kind of mayor he was. Whether he was a good mayor or a bad mayor. He made a terrible error of judgment there. But also, he seems to in the story. So he's on this group call with the city attorney, the head of human resources, discussing a very serious issue of the passing away of one of their cops in their city. And then straight afterwards, he's having a wank.
It's his lunch break. He can do what he wants with it. Oh, you know what? Just call it a break. Don't bring lunch.
No. What did you have for lunch? An apple and 2 small bananas.
Is that what yours looks like?
No, I've realised what am I talking about.
Small penises. I have a giant testicle and 2 very small penises.
Hey, baby, if you look down there, I look like a fork in the road. Make any sense? I got a Y-shaped cock.
Why not? And then they just sort of sit on that giant testicle like a couple of little legs.
Yeah, I look like a space opera down there.
What's so weird about that?
Oh, exactly. Thing 5 was number 1 Christmas gift 1976.
Yeah. Not in my house. Didn't need it.
No. If you know what I'm saying. I don't. But there you go.
Yeah.
Well, just stop. I think what it is, it's just an impulse for men to record their members.
Yeah.
And then, transfer the imagery of their members.
Yeah, you'd think though, with such a hot commodity there, you wouldn't just be. You'd put your reading glasses on before you sent it too. Like, yeah, it was shitty. Yeah, it's probably right.
I mean, how many people with the name starting with C is there?
Yeah.
It's pretty obscure.
Yeah.
It's not like your wife was called Xenophon. You're either calling her or the xylophone warehouse.
Angry call back from them.
Yes, we are talking to you. This is the last time we told you, Tom. The xylophone warehouse. Not your lever xylophone. We are only here to sell xylophones. But 1 or 2 glockenspiels. Which is really just a matching xylophone. As you know.
Yeah. Okay, same as last time. I buy a couple of xylophones, it goes away.
Yes. Exactly. But we're not tuning them for you this time.
Yeah, because you don't play them. We know.
You never play. You're too busy wanking.
Yeah, we know what you play.
Exactly. You are a flute player, not a xylophone player. Fucking accent. No accent. Idea what accent? Xylophone warehouse. No. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do because nobody can get upset.
Exactly. You work out where I am from.
Yeah.
And then you can complain to the other people. Did you know the comedian? Didn't you pretend of it?
Excellent.
Well, Tom. Well, hopefully you move past this.
Yeah.
This embarrassing moment where you got your ding dong out on camera.
Yeah.
Showed it to you.
You showed it to the wrong person, Tom.
Never show your cock to a city lawyer.
No, they know exactly how to get you fired.
They literally, that's their job.
Yep.
Never show your sack to the sacker.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run.
Know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Put your dick away, Mayor Tom Ross. Now then, Mr. Glenn, are you ready for a story from the world of science?
Okay.
All right. So the scientists, Mr. Glenn, the scientists have discovered an asteroid. Not the first one.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be their last.
I was going to say that. I hope they didn't have a press conference. We found an asteroid.
It turns out the reason why the day goes dark at one point, it's called a thing called the night. It's where the sun hides behind the hill. Now, yes, so scientists have discovered an asteroid called, and this sounds like a new metal band from the 90s. They've discovered an asteroid called Psych 16.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's where they used to hold us.
Yeah. One of those sort of, Limp Bizkit style bands. Where there's a dude really rocking out on the keyboard. Like, fuck, mate, what are you doing? You can't.
Yeah. Trying to, growl.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually Lithuanian and classically trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. There's no way you were in Limp Bizkit for no reason. Anyway, so they've discovered this asteroid. It's between Mars and Jupiter, so super convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough.
And it's a metal asteroid. Yeah. This metal asteroid contains, they believe, the scientists, Mr. Glenn, believe, it contains 700 quintillion dollars worth of gold.
Wow.
And they estimate if they can mine it and bring it back to Earth, that's so much gold, it's enough gold to make everybody on Earth a billionaire.
Wow.
And that's the headline in the news story. I'm like, hang on here. None of that makes you might be good at spotting and mining asteroids, but that is not economics. Right? That's insanity. You can, if there's that much gold on Earth, we might technically become billionaires, but then billionaire would just become another word for tramp.
I know.
Yeah?
It sounds like a pitch at a timeshare thing. Like, okay, well, you've had the free burritos. Now we're gonna try and get you interested in an investment.
Yeah, you're all about to become billionaires.
Yeah.
On a planet full of quintillionaires.
All you gotta do is get us there.
It's so crazy. It was just in this article, like as if, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's not how economics works.
No, not at
right?
all.
If we land an asteroid full of gold onto Earth, then gold will be worth fuck all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll be like gold will be the equivalent of having a shoe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean...
And like the scientists going, we've discovered a planet made entirely out of flip-flops. We're going to bring it back to Earth and then everybody will have at least one flip-flop.
Well, also, if you think about Bitcoin, which is just a series of numbers, then like that on that comet, there is an unlimited series of numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a Bitcoin planet. Yeah. Exactly. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, like a calculator is basically that comet.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, shit.
You like numbers? Oh, look, play with it. 80085. Now turn it over.
Oh. Welcome to Planet Boob. Yeah, so they're genuinely thinking of mining it. But then they'll completely bankrupt the gold market. Because all gold is, well, it's the most delicious of the metals. I've licked gold. Have you?
I'm sure. In all my time.
I know I've certainly tongued a lot of pimps. I've French kissed a couple of pimps in my time.
Yeah, what of it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you write a check your mouth can't cash, so you end up licking a pimp. Okay.
When I was a young man, I used to work in the back of cash and transit vans, and I used to move gold around Dublin. Solid gold.
Wow.
I used to bring it into the gold depot, which is behind the old Parliament, Bank of Ireland, right in the middle of town, in College Green, and that's where the gold. There's another couple of depositories of gold around Dublin, but that's one of the main ones. Wow. I go in there and it's all super fortified, and there'd just be cages and cages of gold bars, and you could put your finger through and you could touch the gold. Sometimes when nobody was looking, I'd stick my tongue in and just lick the gold. Just to see what it was like.
Have you told anybody else this story? like a therapist?
I can't afford therapists. This is fucking why I'm in the podcast game, motherfucker.
You were just licking the gold back there?
Yeah, I was just licking the gold.
Yeah.
Wasn't illegal.
Did you find you lost that job very soon after the security cameras were installed? Andrew, could you come in here, please?
Yeah, I didn't last much.
We're going to let you go, and if you don't ask why, we won't tell people why. So how's that sound?
The Mayor Ross way. But it tasted very nice.
No. Gold tastes nice. Is that why you took a bite out of it?
Took it out.
Andrew, can we see your teeth, please?
It's a very stable metal. It's very nice.
Wow. I mean, it was used in fillings.
Still is.
No, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they stopped doing that.
Well, if you're living a swanky life, you'll definitely go for a gold filling.
I think I wouldn't want it known that I had gold fillings. Like what a shitty end to the mugging.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't want to tell people at the Pliers convention.
Yeah, we do a lot of work with Gamblers Anonymous and giving people pliers. Yeah, that was a really bad, that was a bad combination.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought about this asteroid too. Like, if it was one of those, sometimes you can buy the naming rights to a star, and it's just like, like if somebody had just inadvertently bought the rights to the name of it, and then is able to claim it in some way, and then goes to the court. It's like, well, actually, he does have a. And then just a moron ends up the richest person ever.
The richest moron of all time.
Can you imagine, Andrew, if an imbecile was the richest person in the world? What do you think that would look like?
That would cause chaos. I can only imagine how stupid the world would get if the richest guy was stupid.
Yeah, I would beg to offer that whoever the person that named the asteroid, I think would probably be better than Musk.
Yes, especially if you were one of those kind of schmucks that you just you buy a title to a Scottish estate. You became the world's first space laird. With your space kilt. Your wife bought it for you as a novelty 50th birthday present. And now you own a planet made of solid diamonds.
Yeah, and that's very quickly after the divorce came through. The mistake I made is I bought him a massive diamond, and he's gone now.
He's gone. He stuck it up his ass and escaped. He shoved it. He shoved it quicker than a South African miner. One in the bag, one in the hole. Fucking hell. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also they talk about mining this. You better thaw that shit out in space. I don't want you bringing a comet down and go, oh, what's in the middle of this? Well, what? It's the same thing that ate the dinosaurs. Yeah, a gold monster, which it does exist.
It's a gold monster. Yep. Yep, it's mostly bacteria and gold.
Just breathe it in.
Just like a pimp's mouth.
Andrew licking it.
Oh no, I was licking ingots. I ain't just licking random gold.
Yeah, well, once you taste it, though, you can't help yourself. I think you'll be the conduit to the whatever. The bacteria will get into you and it'll burst out of your...
I think I'm going to eventually become a man made of gold.
Yeah, something.
Solid gold man. Yeah, but they're planning to mine it, which will obviously, bankrupt the gold sector.
Yeah, it's just a bad idea, just going up into space and yanking things down, especially for... gold is used for good stuff. It is quite a conduit.
It is incredible conductor.
Yeah,
it's a very stable metal, and delicious to lick. I look sometimes. Now that I've read that story, I look out at the stars at night and think, "Where are you?" I just want to lick you, Comet.
Don't ever tweet that. You get some bad people in your life. You start posting things like that online.
Oh yeah. Oh, they'll gather around, all right. the gold skeptics. Yeah, just leave what's out there in space where it is.
Yeah, or have a referendum before you drag it back down to Earth.
Oh yeah, they always go well.
Yeah, if science fiction has taught us anything, is that this is a really good idea.
Let's let people vote on it. Would you all like to become billionaires? Yeah! But a billionaire will be the equivalent of being a tramp once the gold planet arrives.
And it'll also crash like everything. Because even if because it'd crash all the economy. So even if you tried to stay out of it, it's like, well, unless you...
Yeah. Hyperinflation.
Yeah. Like we're going to have in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is the prelude to them bringing the comet to Earth, going, well, it can't be worse.
The only way we're going to fix this fucking mess is by bringing a gold planet here. Very weird, though. The thing is, it'll make the planet heavier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How much gold are you going to take from it, though? I don't even know how big asteroids are.
I think they're going to bring all 700 quintillion.
Isn't this the plot to a movie? Isn't this the plot to... it was the one...
Space Bastards. Is it the plot to Space Bastards?
Don't Look Up. It's the plot to Don't Look Up. They find a comet, or they say, "Oh, we're going to mine it," and it was an allegory for global warming.
Oh, an alligator for global warming.
That's right.
And they'd like it because they like it warm, alligators.
Yeah, well, they can play it any way you like.
They're now. The alligators, they don't care.
Do you know
considering they're green, they don't give a shit about the environment.
Nah.
They don't give a fuck. Alligators, they'd be happy driving around in a truck and
One of my favorite roadside attractions is in France, and it's in the cooling bays of one of their nuclear reactors, because they've got a ton of nuclear power.
They sure do.
And they've used the warmth of one of them to have an alligator sanctuary. And there's massive alligators in this, like, it's just in France, and it's
what could go wrong?
exactly.
So what we do is we take the alligator, we expose them to nuclear power. 9 out of 10, they die. But one, he becomes...
You pull over to see it, I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you,
and
come on.
soon the alligator was pulling the cars over himself with his massive jaws.
He takes a car, we put him in the front row to play rugby. People don't notice for a while. But his tail swish around on the pitch.
Yeah.
Wow, fucking hell, an alligator farm in a nuclear plant.
Yeah. I liked it. I think it's the way we're going. We need nuclear power. But
do we need nuclear alligators?
Why not?
Why?
Go straight into it. You know what? Fuck it. Bring the comet down too. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it all burn, and if that means having massive glowing alligators stomping through the countryside, well, why not?
Well, you know what? A change is as good as a rest.
It'd be pretty easy to hunt. Just do it at night. This massive glow, taking out a village. I know.
We know where he is, you know.
At all times.
It's easy to catch him because also he is a nuclear-powered alligator. He is also French. So he is just waiting at the boulangerie with the rest of us. He's waiting patiently. Making small talk with Jean-Claude.
What time would it be acceptable to eat a villager?
Well, we serve villagers from midnight till 2. And then there's no village eating until 6 o'clock. So, you know, if you go into a bigger town, you might find a Carrefour and you could maybe get a pre-prepared villager. Throw it into the microwave, you know.
Do you like, but in the village.
Here on the villages. From 2 to 6, no scoffing on the villagers. If you have a problem with that, take it out with the mairie.
They're on the break. You can find them.
Please. Just, have a cigarette. Play a little bit of bull in the town square. Maybe have a nap. Make love to your lover.
Yeah.
Do you have a lover? You know, you're very attractive.
Is this what this is all about?
To say you're very attractive for a nuclear-powered alligator. You know, your belly really reminds me of a high-class handbag.
I've done worse.
Before you alligator showed up, I was busy in an assignation with a marmot.
I'm no longer the mayor of this village.
I have gone from being a mayor to maybe more seen as a local character. A man with some fantastical anecdotes.
And you had to be my next fantastical anecdote.
Except you're too reasonable. French alligator. Nuclear powered. Fucking hell. The scientists. What will they think of next? They're always up to it.
Yeah, I think they're out of ideas if this is what they're just peering into space going. What else can be sucked down here and melt?
We just drag it in, melt it. What could go wrong?
Yeah, they're supposed to be working on global warming. I've just been down in the Hubble telescope going, go get that. What is that? Oh, yeah.
It's fucking solid gold, man.
Yeah, let's melt that and see what else squiggles out of it.
It squiggles.
just like, just shoots by you. You're like, oh, Jesus.
Fuck, there's laser people in there. Dude, they're really fucking fast, man.
Yeah. Let's just act like we didn't see it. Because none of the instruments picked it up. It's that fast. Let's just know there's a laser person out there somewhere.
Laser person's a very sensitive way of putting it, man. Genderfies the laser people. We don't even know where they have a gender because you're too fast to see their willies. Yeah,
out there making love to a nuclear alligator. Yeah, that's probably going to be how it all ends. Whatever comes from that is going to, well, it's not going to be good.
What would you like there to be a comet out there of that we could drag in?
Understanding.
Oh, that'd be nice. Lovely.
Peace.
Oh, a comet of peace would be lovely, wouldn't it?
And Oreos.
That's the Oreos. I'd like you know, at some point it to, before the now and the Armageddon, if like in the last, maybe not the end of days, but the end of normal days before the start of the end of days.
Yeah.
If it could just rain Maltesers, that'd be nice.
I'm sure an accident at the Malteser factory could get...
They always get covered up, dude. They have some... They get some powerful NDAs at the Malteser factory.
I bet.
Never gets out.
I bet. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Just a comet full of hope and understanding. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I think I saw a comet hit the Earth.
The world Earth.
The world Earth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what it was. On Saturday at 1:30 a.m. I was driving, and the trajectory of it turned like blue and red, and it was so big too that I thought I better open the window and make sure there's not like a smell. It was massive. Yeah.
And where did it land?
Somewhere in Suffolk. I was about a half hour away from home, and I just saw it break in. It wasn't on the news or anything, but
okay, no.
Yeah, it wasn't like a shooting star. It was, shooting stars sort of go across the sky. This was heading down. So, yeah, I thought, oh, geez, the Russians. The Russians are mad about something.
Oops. Well, that's the end of everything.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Felixstowe docks going out now.
Well, they'll never get a hands on our gold comet. That's ours.
Yeah.
We bagsied it.
Yeah.
So back off, space crocodiles.
And the laserman.
The laser community. But we commend you, scientists. Keep doing your sciencing.
Yeah.
You keep doing it, we'll keep not believing it or supporting it.
Ignoring it.
And ignoring it.
Wrong.
Stupid science.
Yeah.
Man, Galileo was wrong. I'm glad we killed him.
Yeah. You're telling me I have to not drive my Camaro and not use hairspray? No.
Wrong.
Get a better thing. Say something different with your science, because this one's dumb.
Your science is now just being peer-reviewed.
Yeah. Peter reviewed. By two dudes called Peter.
Peter reviewed your science. It's stupid and dumb.
Yeah. We don't like it. So whatever it says, take it back and make it say the other way.
Take it back. You take that back, scientists.
Or me, the two Pete's are going to come down there and give you a little... Yeah, we've been working on our own paper. It's called Fists.
Fists and the many scientific uses of them.
Yeah.
So, you just started using LinkedIn Premium. Now what? Well, on your premium company page, you noticed around 7.5 times more page engagement and 5 times more page views. Well done. And now, new clients are messaging you. All because you're using LinkedIn Premium, which helps you get the business growth you want. Think big, small business. Think big. Start your free trial at linkedin.com/premium small business. That's linkedin.com/premium small business.
Mr. Glenn, in conclusion of this highly erudite episode of Eejits of the World.
Yes.
Do you have a final story for me?
I do. You know how I read about tortoises all the time. I've got like a one of those things on my phone. It just follows tortoise stories.
Oh yeah, a tortoise app.
Yeah, I got a tortoise app. Well, this one comes...
Just tracking tortoises.
Yeah, just following what they're up to. This comes from the Philadelphia Zoo, where they have...
Why did you say it in a sleazy way, man? It's the Philadelphia Zoo.
Yeah, that's my favorite sexual position. It's called the Philadelphia Zoo.
It's where I push myself naked through a turnstile covered in cream cheese.
Can you see my meerkat? I'm not doing it right. Let me lie down.
Doesn't make any sense. Go on, so what's happening in the Philadelphia Zoo?
Well, they have a pair of giant tortoises from the Galapagos. Oh, now it's really getting plural. And they are 100 years old, each of them.
100 years young?
Yeah. And between the two of them, they've managed to have their first child.
Wow.
Or not child. That's weird. Turlet or whatever.
Turlet. Just one baby tortoise.
No, there's been, I think they had a litter of 4. But yeah,
that's a fucking very, we're both old dads, man, but like that is ridiculous. Like
100.
Man, your baby tortoise isn't going to graduate from college till you're 200. Like.
Is it really dumb then? Took it 100-year course. Yeah. I mean, they're never particularly quick as an animal. No. Like being 100. Like, and this is the other bittersweet thing. Their names are Abrazzo. The man's name is Abrazzo, and the woman's name is Mummy. So for 100 years, it's been a cruel moniker. Where this seemingly barren tortoise would...
Yes.
From 1932, she's been at the Philadelphia Zoo, and everybody... Not only was her name Mummy, but it was like written out front of the placard, so everybody called her Mummy for 100 years. Wow. Until she finally went, Fine.
I will bend to society's will. I'll set aside my thriving career of eating lettuce slowly. Fine, I will throw away my education.
Well, yeah, but they just put her on maternity leave to bring another tortoise.
Never do that. So what did they give the Abraxo? Strange.
Yeah, I don't know why he got such a weird name, and
just named after brass rubbing grease.
Yeah,
it sounds like a product from the 30s. Gather round, scamps, get some Abraxo. You want your belt buckle to shine like the stars.
Yeah, it was sold by kids who just walked the streets with a big sack of it and one disc of it between the two of their fingers. Yeah. Abrazzo.
Get your Abraxo.
Hey, penny apiece. Abrazzo.
Show the mall that you love. That you love her by shining up your metal things.
Shine up your shoes, grease up your hair. Abrazzo, you won't have a care.
If you want to shine your shoes, Abrazzo. If you want to... So what do they do?
Use it as cooking grease on a goose. It's the brat show.
Cooking up a goose, sir.
Poison a rat.
Grease a goose, poison a rat.
Make your neck smell nice. The ladies will come flocking.
Keep the eye ties at bay. You want to keep the eye ties at the lower 76 ward? Use a Brexo. It's deadly poison for those pasta scoffers. So how did the Brexo eventually do the job? Did they give him turtle Viagra?
No, he takes it slow.
Braxos, I started getting the inkling downstairs in 84.
It was during a particularly racy episode of Miami Vice.
Original series.
I saw those flamingos starting to fly.
I saw this particularly attractive boulder.
Well, by around 92, I'd achieved a full erection.
What's
Watching Kurt Cobain sing about some sort of depression he'd been going through. Well, it just got me going.
got me rocking and rolling down there. I'm gonna start making my way over to Mummy.
Sliding that
By the millennium, I was almost on her. Yeah, well, maybe there has to be something have happened
Yeah.
to get the engine running after a century of nothing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Maybe they've been doing it wrong.
Oh, God, that would be terrible for Mummy. Just been getting backdoored by a brat, so. But not being able to say anything because you're a tortoise.
I don't know. I know where the tortoises have a bum hole, and I don't want to know any further.
Maybe
I don't want to know.
he might have just been doing one of her leg holes.
You love it. Yeah, you love it, Mummy. Mummy just going, he's in my armpit.
That's okay. I don't want children.
Who loves it? Just cracks out going, there's a claw up there.
Yeah, she might have just been trying to avoid him for 100 years, and he finally got the right hole.
She's giving him the slip.
Every time he got close, you'd just go into the shell. I got a 1 in 5 chance. It's called tortoise roulette.
Go ahead, gangbang the shell.
Because it takes about 10 years to fully achieve an erection, and if you can just bet the laws of averages. He finally got it. Every 5 years he was back, and she was just trying to mask which one it is.
Bingo.
Oh yeah, that's the right one. You got the right one, Brazos. Got her little flipper twisted to try and ape the.
Well, good for them.
Good for you, Brazos. Good for you, Mummy.
You finally did it. Fucking 100. Jesus. Imagine how tired you'd be having newborns at 100. Just wiping your baby's arse with the card from the Queen. 100 years old. With fucking night feeds at 100. Oh,
God.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the most tired anything's ever been on the planet. 100-year-old tortoise trying to chase after them because they are quite flippy when they're little too. I've seen them run for the sea before.
Oh, yeah.
What do they do if they're in captivity? Like, do you just have to keep them away from any sea? Like, when they just fucking peg towards the sea?
I don't know, but they sure get big and old. Them and parrots.
Yeah, parrots, they
They live for like 80 fucking years. You know, African greys. Like, there was one of my neighbours used to have one, inherited one. It's so old.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, so he's like in his 70s, and I think was his maiden aunt had brought it back from Africa, like in the 30s or something. This thing was really, really old. Only liked the company of men, hated women. It's female.
I know a few guys like that in the entertainment industry.
Well, quite. Yes, one of them's about to be knocked off his perch.
The perch works with parrots too.
Yeah, yeah. But I went into his house one day and the parrot was there, and I walked in and the parrot looked at me and just went, "You're new. Hello, Joe. My name's Andrew." So creepy. Like being properly perved on by a really old, dirty female parrot.
Still doesn't justify what you did next.
Little bit of cuttlefish does it every time. Peck on this, sweetheart.
Yeah, now here comes. I'm the cuttlefish.
I'm the cuttlefish.
Do you know, you reminded me of in the Yukon when I was a little boy, there was a parrot in this place called Carcross, which was like around the Klondike. Mm-hmm. And there was a parrot from Klondike times.
Still alive?
Yeah.
From the gold rush?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And you think your parrot had seen some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was young, I hung around with gold miners.
Lonely gold miners.
There's only one kind. If you had a lady, you wouldn't be up here now, would you? Getting lonely up here, isn't it? Oh, I've seen a few in my time. Well, nevertheless, we very much we wish centenarian new parents all the very best.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Well, you know, or maybe this will just be the start of every year they're just doing it. You know, they finally cracked the egg.
Finally worked out how to do it.
Yeah, finally found the rest. I hope he marked it with a pen.
Marked it with a
That's the result.
the result. Oh. Woo! It's been a while since you did some dirty talking.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the result. Oh. Jesus. How long have you been in the Klondike? Fucking wow.
Yeah. Well, just count yourself lucky, Abruzzo, that they sent you. They sent you to the Philadelphia Zoo and not the Klondike.
Yeah. You're not going to outrun those one-legged lonely guys.
Just a parrot watching you going, better you than me.
Looks like I'm going second. Oh, okay. Well, that's enough of all that. Carry on. And what? ladies and gentlemen, that's been this week's Eejits of the World. I can't believe it. Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
New episodes as every Wednesday we can manage. We're on all the social medias.
Everyone.
We put out clips every week. If you could do us a favour and like and subscribe and review and comment and tell your friends, and when you're at your next bell ringing conference, in between the peels, if you could just bring up Eejits of the World to your fellow bell fans.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. We'd appreciate that.
Parrot enthusiasts, or tortoise wranglers.
All the tortoise wranglers.
All the tortoise wranglers. All the tortoise wranglers.
All the tortoise wranglers. All the tortoise wranglers. Oh. All right, you get the idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, like and subscribe. All that. This man here is Glenn Wool.
And this is Andrew Maxwell.
And it has been a Odd People production.